So I'm here to talk to you about the cost of money. And specifically, I want to talk about the cost of credit. Think about the credit card or credit cards in your wallet. How much are you paying on that every year? On average, we pay around 14.5%, 15%. Now, as we've heard, I think microfinance has really been explored in the last couple sessions. The poor pay significantly more for significantly less. There's a premium on poverty. And on average, they're paying in excess of 35% just to access rudimentary financial services. Add to that the fact that there are only 130 to 190 million borrowers globally. Now think about that 35% if you're a small retailer. You still have to transport yourself to somewhere to repay a loan. In addition to that, you have to go away from your kiosk where you're actually making your income in order to repay your loan. So the effective interest rate of that credit is actually far in excess of that 35%. You could be paying 50, 60, 70%. As we saw in previous sessions, it's often the case that you're paying in excess of 100% for credit. So it's completely unacceptable. Let's take another big statistic. 36% of humanity has absolutely no access to formal financial services. So if we were to look in this audience, that's 180 of you have nothing that you can access that's formal, that's regulated. It's not a safe savings facility. You don't have access to microinsurance to protect yourself in the event of crop failure, in the event of the death member of the income generator in your family. You have no access. So our main two problems are that the financial services the poor can access today are very expensive, and then there are just not enough of them accessing it. What they do have, what people everywhere now have, is the mobile phone. There are over, for example, in Africa, over 300 million people have mobile phones. Even more, add to that, that increasingly, every day, people are gaining access to mobile money, which allows you to transfer money from point A to point B with a text message. And then you can go to a cash-out point or cash-in point and access that money. So a question that really keeps me up at night is how do we link that mobile money system with the microfinance provider that's whole point is to serve that rural, remote, poor client and offer them an affordable service, which led to the creation of FrontlineSMS credit and our concept of a laptop bank. When we think about the kind of institution that serves the global poor, it's not a huge operation. It's typically very resource constrained. Of the 10,000 some microfinance institutions globally, over 80% of them are Tier 4, which means that they are small, probably nonprofit, almost certainly not profitable, and they have a very minimal IT, information technology budget, so that they really don't have the appropriate way to leverage technology to better serve their clients. What we see, what our goal is to build an open source, that means free and freely accessible platform with which to give microfinance institutions the power to integrate whatever accounting system they use with the mobile money systems in their country. In the case of Ghana, where you have 4 mobile money systems that are siloed, that don't communicate with one another, the singular cost of integration for one of those is far in excess of 50,000 US. So integrating with all 4 in order to serve your customers over the networks they use costs you at least $200,000. When you serve only 8,000 clients, there's really no feasible way for that to happen. What we want to do and what we're building is the ability to process loan repayments all offline with a single laptop and a single cell phone that's taking those text messages, organizing that transaction data, and generating a very clear file for that microfinance institution to use with the intent of lowering the barriers to mobile money adoption. It's a far more efficient channel and will serve those clients well. The goal is for them to increase their income. It's a very simple thing. It's not poverty alleviation, it's wealth creation. Because when you have more disposable income, you can put your child in school, you can protect yourself against a shock, you can pay for health care. And that's exactly why we started FrontlineSMS Credit. Thank you.